you guys? Yak Daddy here. I am on the water. It's a beautiful day out, guys. Early January. It's about 45 degrees. I had to get out on the water today, but while I was out here, I wanted to do a quick video about the GOOGAN baits. Yak Mama, being the most awesomest of awesome of all yak mamas on the planet, got me some GOOGAN baits for the holidays, and I just don't know. The price is kind of, it's kind of up there in price. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not going to quote them right now because I'm not exactly sure how much they go for. I will put them up on the screen and we'll go from there. She just got me these two, so I'm gonna do a little review on the GOOGAN baits that I've got, and we'll just kind of see how they are. Now keep in mind, guys, that I live in southern Illinois. It is early January. Water temperature's 45 degrees. Air temperature's about 45 degrees right now. It's close to midday, it's close to noon, so conditions aren't exactly great by any means, so I don't want this video to just be taken as they're the best ever, they're no good. I just want to fish them, and kind of go over what they look like, their action in the water, those sort of things, and just kind of give you guys a an unbiased opinion, I guess I should say. I have nothing against any of the products. I actually don't know a whole lot about any of the products, let's just put it that way. So first one we got, we're going to start out with, is the Bandido Bug. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to a close-up and an overview of this product right now. All right, everybody, I've got the GOOGAN baits. I'm going to give you guys a close-up and kind of show you guys what these things look like. Yak Mama got these for me for Christmas, for the holidays, so I figured we would go ahead and do a review on them. The first one that we're going to start with here is going to be the Bandido Bug is what it's called. And I don't know how well you guys can see this. My lighting isn't the greatest today, but these are GOOGAN baits. It says Pure Passion, open, sniff, and catch. www.googanbaits.com. This is the 7-pack of the Bandido Bug in the green pumpkin, which is by far my favorite color. It works the best where I'm at. Generally, the lake's close to me. It says it has raised ridge for action. It has an elongated claw, creepy pinchers, a ribbed body. It's a 4-inch, which they claim is the perfect length, and it has a little deal on here where it says "fish won't let go." So I don't know about all that, guys, but we'll see. One thing that I do want to point out here is it claims it is soaked in some slaunch sauce, guys. So I'm assuming that's the GOOGAN way of saying, it's got some really good scent on it, some slaunch sauce, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open these up. I'm gonna try not to get it everywhere here. I'm gonna take one out and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. It's super duper slimy, so they aren't lying. It has the slaunch sauce on it. This is what it's gonna look like. It's almost like a mix between a craw and a hellgrammite, I guess. But when you pull them out of the package, they got all their little tentacles and little claws and whatnot are pinched together. I pull them apart, that way you can get individual action on each of them in the water like that. So you've got his little antennae right there, the 2 claws at the front, and then the 4 legs. It's basically a creature bait, is what it looks like, guys, right there. And that is the Bandido Bug by GOOGAN Baits, guys. Okay, guys, so that was the overview of the Bandido Bug. I've got that tied on right now. I'm throwing it on 12-pound mono, and I've got a 4/0 hook. It should probably go on a little bit smaller, maybe a 3/0 hook, but I've got it Texas rigged, weedless, and I'm just going to slow drag it right now and see how it goes. And the reason I picked this one first is because the lake I'm on, you know, I tend to have really good luck with natural colors like green, green pumpkin, watermelon, stuff like that. So that's why I went ahead and picked that one first, and then we'll go to the other one next, guys. So let's just go ahead and let me cast it out there, and let's get our first impressions. The weight on it, you know, it's like every other plastic. It's not bad. Now this is kind of a, they call it the Bandido Bug. It is almost like a mix between a craw and a Helgramite, almost. It has got a pretty unique shape to it, I will say. So I do like that about it. Now I did break apart all of the limbs when it comes out of the package. As you guys could see, the craw, the flaps and all that, they're actually pieced together by small thin pieces of plastic, so you can keep, I guess, the action down if you want less action, or break them apart if you want more action. This time of year, I figured the more action, you know, the better on the bottom, and we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna throw it out just like that. I'll let it sink, and then we'll give it a nice and slow tug, and we're just gonna try to drag it across this weed line, down this hill. I'm kind of setting on a drop off, slow drop off, to where it goes from about 3 foot of water to about 15. And we'll see what we can get done. At first impressions are pretty good so far. It feels like a really good quality. It feels like a really good quality plastic. It feels like it's made fairly well. The action that this thing gives off in the water is pretty legit, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It is pretty legit. I don't think that anybody will complain as far as that goes, guys. I will cut to some underwater footage that I did of these right now, guys, and I'll let you kind of see just kind of a little taste of what the underwater action is like. It's not gonna be anything remarkable. I did it in a in a tub with clear water, so just so you guys can kind of get a there we go guys, there we go, guys, look at that, there we go, GOOGAN Baits. Look at that, in the winter time, guys. Tell you what, I'm over here flapping my jaws, and this guy's eating, he's eating the GOOGAN Baits with the slaunch sauce, guys. That's what they're calling it, the slaunch sauce. Awesome, guys. So we caught us a little one on the GOOGAN Baits, guys. That's what I'm talking about. First impressions are pretty good, I will say. Barely felt this guy hit it. I mean, let's get this guy back in the water. Thank you, little man. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Love catching fish. Love catching fish. Okay. I've been out here for 2 hours. I've drop shotted. I've thrown a jerk bait. I've thrown a spinner bait, and I had nothing on that. I put this on to do a review of these and landed my first fish within 10 minutes of fishing with it. So let me cut to that underwater footage of the Bandido Bug right now so you guys can kind of see the action that these arms make that made that fish bite the GOOGAN Bandido Bug. I'm going to cut to it right now, guys. All right, guys, here is part 2. Battery's down. All right, guys, here is part 2 of the GOOGAN bait review, and the second bait of the 2 that I am going to review today is the Slim Shake. Okay, this is a, let's see, it looks like this is a 6.5 inch worm. It's called the Slim Shake, and it is in the natural color, guys. I've got it rigged up, 12-pound mono, same as I was using, same setup as I used on the other one. And I've got the offset worm, offset shank, the worm hook here. And then obviously I've got the bullet weight on the front. Texas rigging it. I'm going to fish it off the bottom. I'm going to cut to a close-up of this bait and let you guys get a good look at it right now. This one, guys, is the Slim Shake worm. Okay, so it's basically, now what this looks like to me is it looks like the Daiwa Nako, or Nako, however you want to pronounce it. It's kind of got the fatter head, slims down and fattens back up at the tail. On here it's kind of got the same packaging. Now these come in a resealable Ziploc type packaging, as most baits do, but it also has a hard case inside, and they're each individually, yeah, they're each individually placed in the package just like this, guys. So what we'll do is let me pop this open. Now this one, like I said, is the Slim Shake worm. Let's go ahead and plop it down. It is soaked in the slaunch sauce as well, and this one is in the natural color. It is 6.5 inches long, which is a little bit longer than what I would normally fish for a worm. So I can't wait to use it and see what it's like as far as the action goes and the length. But I generally fish 5-inch or 4-inch, that sort of thing. The color, it almost has like a bluegill color. This is their natural, is what they've got it listed as, a natural color. So, but it's kind of got like the gray silver bottom and then the really dark top with like a blue flake in it. And I don't know how well you can see here. Let's zoom in on this with the light and everything. You can see that it is ribbed all the way down. It's got raised edges all the way up, so the detail is legit on these things.
You can see it.
Yeah, the tail fattens up, kind of like I said, like with the Nakos. So I can imagine you putting this on a shaky head or something like that. It would be the action would be pretty good. So I would say throw it on a shaky head and try that out first. Otherwise, I'll probably just Texas rig it and fish it that way. Now that you got a good look at the bait, I'm going to go ahead and give it a test. Now I've got a couple spots I'm going to try here, and if they are no good, I'm going to turn around and I'll go right back to the same spot that we were catching them on, or we were getting the bites, where I caught the one on the Bandido Bug. So alright guys, we are at spot number 2, and I've got the Slim Shake tied on by GOOGAN Baits. So my first thought when looking at this, guys, is the Daiwa Neko, or the Nico, or however you pronounce that. It's got a similar design to that, or similar shape. So I do use that quite a bit, and it turns out pretty decent. So let's see how this one goes. Now I'm not real confident in this color for this lake, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot because that's what she got. It doesn't look too bad as far as the natural color goes, but it's a little gray for my liking. But it does got that kind of that bluegill color to it, so it could very easily do good out here. It's just going to depend on one of those days. Now I do like the length of this one. I think 6.5 inches is a pretty decent length. It's not too long. Now I know they make like the Mondo worm, which is like a 10-inch and whatnot. I tend to usually fish with the 5-inch style, so I do kind of like the extra 1.5 inches that this one's giving me from what I'm used to. It's trying to catch them, guys. It's trying. All right, if at first you don't succeed, throw some more GOOGAN baits. Well, other impressions, guys. It seems like a well-made piece of plastic. It really does. There's a lot of detail to it. So as far as craftsmanship, I definitely appreciate the work that they put into the aesthetics of it. It seems like it fishes very well. It's just not a real good time of year and conditions for this, and this lake isn't exactly the best for this color, so I'm not going to judge it based on the fish that latch onto it just yet. I've still got some time to fish with it. I'm going to go back to my original spot and see if we can't pull some of them out of those weeds up there, guys. So all right, guys, that's all I've got for today. Now, guys, even though I didn't slay the fish with these baits, that in no way, shape, or form means that these baits are trash. It actually, you know, everybody knows a bait can be hot one day and dead the next day. For the conditions and whatnot, I think they did rather well myself. I also wanted to remind you guys once again, I am in no way, shape, or form affiliated, sponsored, anything like that with GOOGAN Baits or any products that I have reviewed so far for that matter. So this is truly an unbiased opinion and an unbiased review. And I like to do these type of things because I, as a consumer, I do research on products before I buy them. And, you know, I like to know if the person's being honest, and I like to know what I'm getting. That's basically what I'm getting at. So my overall conclusion with these guys, they're pretty good. They really are. I would recommend you buying them. If you're looking for a plastic that is made really well, has some original designs, and overall quality, you know, above par, then I suggest you go out and you try some of these baits. I'm into the affordability and the durability of something. I would rather spend a few extra dollars on a bag of plastic than get a cheap bag of plastic and just get a bunch of them and have to keep going through them. I like to use mine and use mine and use mine and then throw it away, if you know what I'm getting at, guys. So either way, good product. I had a blast making the video. If you guys haven't got a chance to do it, click the red button, subscribe to the channel. I got a lot more of these coming out really soon. Like the video, that helps me out a lot, guys. But if you do any of that, or if you don't do any of that, none of that matters. The only thing that matters, guys, is make every day count. Every single day. You never know when that day is going to be your last. You got to live them doing what you love and being happy. Be positive, guys. If you live positive, your life will be positive. I promise you that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I am out of here, guys. I've got like a freaking mile paddle back, and it's getting cold out, guys. So I will see you on the next one. Later, guys.